All right, Grasshoppers, we're back. Yes, James Patrick is back. Now, I need to take the blame for last week. I did not communicate properly. We have a certain system that we use to line this show up, and I broke protocol, so I apologize to everybody. People were very disappointed that James is not on. Jeep, how you doing?
I'm good. I thought it was a good show. It didn't miss me a bit. I enjoyed watching. I watched it later on because I was at work when I could have taken a leave from work to done the show, but anyways.
Good. Gresh, how are you doing? Gresh is on fire today. It's going to be interesting. I might have to get the mute button going today for Gresh. I'm not sure.
Why are you asking?
You're fired up.
Why are you asking if I'm okay?
Because we care about you. You're like a brother.
I'm always okay.
Hold on. He shows up late.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh God.
Darth Vader.
Hold on. So I got these cigars. They smell. It says eau de toilette.
Hey.
What is this? What?
Merry Christmas.
Did you send this to me like intentionally?
Hey.
What am I going to do?
I didn't get one.
I got
Yes,
three.
you did.
What?
Oh, you said something to Gresh directly? Or do I have to give some of these to I've got three of them.
Yeah, one for
What did I
Ron,
do?
one for Pamela and Dave, one for Tom.
Okay.
I didn't get one.
Did you send one to Jeep too?
I haven't sent one to Jeep yet. It's on my list.
So am I supposed to wear this? Like put this on my body or something?
We'll open it up and show the people. Cuba.
What?
Huh?
What do you do with it?
We'll open it up.
What is it?
Open it.
Yeah.
What did I pull something out of here? I don't want to touch it. It'll get me all stinky and everything.
There's a
Oh,
clone
I
in
see.
there.
Oh, it's shaped like a cigar.
So then you
Man.
take the top off, the top off and spray it on.
I'm not spraying that on my body. What do you think I am?
Well, you should. Everybody's
It'll start smelling too good, Mel.
Oh, Jesus. You'll smell better for Sunday.
Mel, where you been? Where you been? I haven't seen
What's with the hoodie?
Fucking computers. I hate them.
Huh. Oh.
Okay. Mel, what does that mean? Can you expand on that a
I
bit?
can't hear Mel.
Can't you?
You guys talking?
I hear Mel.
Huh.
Mel, who?
Hold on. You guys stay in. I'll get out of here. Right. Hold
Oh, finally we got rid of that bald-headed.
Well, last week, I've been using the same damn computer for months. And like Ron, I watched part of the show, the beginning of the show last week. And when it comes up StreamYard, it says we don't understand. We don't understand whatever to the link, blah, blah, bullshit. So
Yeah, when Tom comes back on, let's just all move her.
Yeah. Move your lips. Yeah. Funny stuff.
Can you hear Mel now?
Unfortunately, yes, I can hear Mel.
Okay.
Well, he's not talking now. Mel, what are you wearing?
Today, well, so this is I was golfing yesterday, Jeep. I know it's in the rest of the country's under snow, so but it's cold. It started snowing this morning, so I thought I'd put this on. This is called Reigning Champ. It's out of Canada. It's a robe. It's kind of like what Donnie Lalonde would have been wearing while he was teaching to box.
Okay.
You know? So it's called Reigning. It's unbelievable. This is a large. It's just a Christmas gift idea for the women of the show. It's about $180 Canadian. It's expensive, but it's which is $40 US pretty much. But it's a real nice thing. And also, just to
You can get the same thing at Costco for $9.99. So
yeah, and then also a good friend of the show, a guy I've been talking to, Ron Jameson.
right.
Well, the Selly Salt girls send me a package in 3 days. James Patrick sends me a package in 3 days. You two guys up on top there, 1 year.
I sent you one in 2 days. You didn't go pick it up.
Ronnie Jameson in 3 days sends me not only a toque, but he feels sorry for me. He's upset because I'm upset, and I got carbuncles because I'm upset. And I get it in like 3 days again. And then you two guys.
So let's get right down to it. So what is it that you don't like about Jackie DiPiazza?
DiPiazza?
DiPiazza.
I don't
So
know.
she's nice enough to send you pictures of Gresh and everything. You send them back to me.
I don't know that name. I don't understand what you're saying.
Jackie was the one that was nice enough to send you stuff finally.
And I said thank you to Jackie. So why are you stirring the pot on something? First of all, let me go this way.
Right.
Why didn't you send me a nice thank you that you received said package of colognes?
I just opened it up 15 minutes ago. So I figured I would just do it live and in person.
Excellent. So give one to Ron so he can smell good, and give one to Uncle Dave.
Yeah, but man, people are going to be smelling.
What is the name of the robe?
It's called Reigning Champ. REIGNING. It's out of Vancouver, actually. A guy started it. So,
Well, you got a new coach in Vancouver too.
New coach?
Yeah, why would they hire Bruce Boudreau? Why not hire James Patrick?
I have no idea.
Coach of the year in the Canadian Hockey League.
I'm busy right now with I'm happy where I am.
I sat here, Tommy. I sat here a year ago saying they should have got rid of him. Then they signed him. Now Aquilini's on the hook for Travis Green at $2.7 million, and this Boudreau who I played with, we won't go there. Anyway.
So, but isn't it kind of odd though? I guess obviously you have to have a coach, but I mean, maybe go with like an interim assistant coach, because now the GM is coming in, has got to be saddled with that player, right? I mean, or that coach, right, James?
I think that's the. I don't blame Bruce for taking the job. I know he loves coaching. I don't know him well. I've spoken to him a few times at the draft. Super passionate, loves coaching. He's at the age now where he's probably thinking, I will never get another chance to coach the NHL. Hey, now this opportunity presents himself. He should take it. He's excited to take it.
Yeah.
But if I'm the team, I'm going, you're going to hire a new GM, and the partnership between the GM and the coach is so important. Totally. Like even it's tough for a GM when he makes trades without even consulting his coach at times. Sometimes they don't fit.
Right.
Like I think successful teams, when they are a partnership and the GM will have a little input on the players and the type of, what drives the players individually I'm talking about. And then even the coach talks about what players work in his system.
Right.
I know
like any quality GM now is going to say to the owner, listen, I get to select my own coach. It may not be Bruce Boudreau. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe Bruce will become GM too.
No.
They got Schmiel in as interim, but now they're talking about bringing Gillis back, who's a buddy of mine. Although he's like Tom, he didn't talk to me for like 10 years. But anyway.
Are they saying they're bringing Gillis back?
Yeah.
A lot of talk of that.
As president. Wow. Yeah, not GM.
Well, but I'd heard, as president, I'd heard though that part of the reason, like he was just doing whatever the owner wanted though, right? That's probably the reason why.
When he was GM, he was?
Yes, when he was GM. Yes, sorry. Yeah.
Bringing back who?
Mike Gillis.
He was a former agent. He played for Boston. He was an agent for a successful agent.
And then, you know what? I mean, he was in Vancouver at least 10 years as GM. They did go to the final. Like they had some good years with him.
Yeah.
Like their best years probably, when they went to the finals. And
the guy they may look at, his assistant at the time, that Lawrence Gilman, he's in Toronto now. He's a really well-respected guy. In fact, when the league was putting together the expansion rules, he was the one that did that for the league. So it's interesting. And he and Gillis are pretty close too. That'd be interesting.
And did you ever negotiate with them?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, you fire some guy, hire somebody else, and you fire that guy, then you bring that other guy back again.
Well, the Steinbrenner with the Yankees did it several times with Billy Martin, right?
Yeah. That was because that was Billy Martin. It's a whole lot different than Jerry Gillis, whatever his name is.
Mike.
Just
so you know, Mel, Gress is on fire today. Like there's a big burr up his rear end.
Oh,
well, I had my daughter was in her school had like a threat at her high school.
Right.
So my day didn't kick off very well. So
what, like police threat type thing?
Not police. The police were there. Some kind of gun threat or bomb threat or some crap.
Some writing in the bathroom.
Just these kids and chop them up. It's nothing.
What? Chop up the kids?
The ones that are doing the threats and that, get rid of them. Like they're a menace to society. Like this kid in Michigan, the 15-year-old kid goes and shoots these people. You can't have that. You got to have discipline in this world. Nothing works without discipline.
Then he pleaded not guilty. They're all pleading not guilty when it was blatant.
Yeah, the mother and father give him a gun to a 15-year-old. Lock them all up together in one little cage and leave them sitting there for 30
And I guess the parents got expensive lawyers for themselves, but the boy have a public defender.
They look like two winners too.
Yeah.
They look like they've
Yeah.
They look like they were down at the local pub having a few cocktails and having too many lines of Coke or something.
So James Patrick team is still number 1 in the country, but you lost a big game last night to the number 2 team, right?
Yeah, we lost 3-2 to Edmonton.
Was that in Winnipeg?
In Winnipeg, yep.
Oh.
So it was, yeah, I think they're good. It was, I was telling these guys it was tied. They scored with 6 minutes left. We had a player who took a 5-minute penalty with 10 minutes left, and so they scored a power play goal to beat us. And real close game, back and forth, and we're missing some good players. So I'm excited to see how we match up when we're healthy.
Oh, Mel, our buddy Doug DeVito sent me that video of you golfing too. That was pretty interesting.
That was yesterday.
Yeah.
Trouble getting off that first tee. You just couldn't get up to hit the ball.
That was yesterday. Hey, Danny's one of my buddies now. We're messaging back and forth now. He doesn't like you anymore, Tom.
Well, I'm buddies with William Contradidiac or whatever it is.
That's Billy.
He tries to suck up. He tries to suck up all the time, and then
Billy Contradidiac.
Yeah.
But Billy K, right? It's Billy K. There's the Billy K, right? It's Billy K.
Yeah.
Billy K.
But so after golf yesterday, Jeep, I'm having, I had a couple of PBRs and I had an eggnog, rum and eggnog with a little nutmeg.
It's Christmas time.
Yeah, it's Christmas. So, and then I'm watching my favorite soap, The Young and Restless, that I've been watching for 40 years. Right? Comes on at 4:00. There's nothing else on.
So you're hammered watching soap opera?
Yeah. So I'm on, and this kind of made my day, Tom. This is where the world is going.
What?
Two girl characters on the show started kissing.
Oh, really? Each other?
Each other on my soap. And I said,
Oh, they kept kissing themselves.
They're kissing each other, like two of them,
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
How else would they
right
do
on the
that?
lips. Right on the lips.
Right on the lips.
Man.
Yep.
That's
So,
fun.
Mel, you watched it since you were playing days.
Well, everybody else was watching All My Children or
All My Children. I remember we watched that. This is what NHL players did.
Yeah.
That's 1976, isn't it?
So I was probably, I bet you I was 81 to about 89. I watched All My Children.
Which one do you watch, Mel? Which one's yours, Mel?
Young and Restless.
Young and the Restless. Those young, so they start kissing. They're young and restless, so they just start kissing each other.
Well, things are getting out of hand on TV.
So what prompted this? They just all of a sudden stared at each other's eyes and started kissing, or is there some lead up? Or what?
I don't watch the full hour. I kind of flip back and forth from that's hockey to whatever. But I just caught that part of it, and I said, I don't know. It's so freaking hokey. I can't believe I watch it.
But so this was like a loving embrace, or is this like purely sexual? Or?
These are people. They're living together. These two girls are living together on the show. So
they look good too. Do they look good?
Well, there's always how do you say it? There's always one that looks good and one that doesn't.
No, I'm just asking if they look good. I mean,
yeah.
I don't mean look. I mean, do they look good kissing? You know what I mean?
What happened after the kiss? Did they continue on? And then nudity or anything?
No, no lingerie, no nothing, no nothing.
Oh,
so now was this at the end of the show, like thinking the next show is going to be more of this going on? Because I'll watch then.
Well, I'll watch today. Today's Thursday. Usually Fridays are better, but we'll watch today.
Okay.
Young and the Restless.
What was the question, Tom?
I'd like to get a little bit more of the setup. Like, is this near the end of the show? Thinking, okay, if it happened at the end of the show, that we do more of it next show, kind of thing, or was that starting the show?
I thought you didn't have cable.
I didn't say I didn't have cable.
Oh,
we have cable.
You sure?
What were the girls' names? Like Sophie and
I knew you were going to ask me that, and I didn't know. I don't know.
You don't know. You
No.
just care. You don't care about them as people at all.
Well, I know Victor Newman and all those freaking, but no, I don't know the two girls' name. And what they do is they're like coaches in hockey. They recycle the girls. Like they'll be young kid actresses, and then they die off, and then they come back when they're 10 years later. I didn't watch for 15 years now, but I got into it with my mom, and her and I would sit and watch it, have a beer, and she'd have a Caesar or whatever. So passes the time,
Yeah, cool. Gresh, you don't watch any soaps now, do you?
What?
You don't watch any soap operas now, do you?
You talking to me or to Mel?
Gresh, Ron Greshner. Do you watch any soap operas now?
Soap operas in a long time. I was on one 40 years ago.
Yes, we're aware.
But
Which one, Gresh?
Ryan's Hope.
Okay, yeah, I remember seeing that. So
That was a long time ago.
All right, here's a hockey question. We can always come back to the soap operas. I thought this is a pretty interesting one. So, like the Trouba with the Rangers had a couple of big hits last two games. Hockey question: do you guys agree going after a player who made a clean hit? Mel, what do you think?
Depends what you call clean.
Hey, we talked about Trouba when I first got on the show when he got traded, and everybody was shitting on him, wanting him to get traded. Those are two of the best hits I've seen in how many years? And no, I do not agree. Like you love that stuff. I do not agree with guys going after him right after the fact. But like Tom says, that's the way the game has changed. In our day, he would have got it, but he would have probably got it a little later or the next game.
Yeah.
I just think that I want those hits in the game. And I think the guy who goes after him should receive like make it a punishable penalty, whether it's 5 minutes and that guy's out of the game.
Right.
Because now if you hit someone hard, you have to fight the guy.
Yeah.
And usually that guy gets an extra 2 minutes for instigating. I think so. I don't want that. I want Trouba to be able to hit a guy and still be able to play. And in our day or in the old days, what would happen is now they would try and run Trouba when he got the puck.
Yeah, absolutely. And he'd be yipping at him all night.
They'd be yipping at him. They would be hitting him. But if like now it's the code that you have to fight him.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
I think it's stupid too. Like I think that should be.
I think the whole thing is stupid.
And get that out of the game.
I think the whole thing is stupid. Like I was talking with Tommy before. Like Trouba's hits are good hits. You could call them borderline head hit one here or whatever that. Like the Scheifele hit last year in the playoffs. Those hits are no different than what Scheifele did.
Well, Scheifele skated the length of the ice pretty much to run him. Right. I think that's where the difference was. But I hear you say
what are you supposed to do? Oh, go ahead, score the goal.
Yeah, again, I think the issue is Scheifele skated the length of the ice to charge him. I hear you. I mean,
Scheifele didn't have a whistle to blow the whistle and say, "Hold on a second, wait, I'm gonna try to get closer to you."
Yeah.
I think. I mean, that onus is 100% on that player. Putting himself in his position, had his head down.
Yeah.
I still want hits, and I still want some open ice hits.
Yeah.
And doing too, it's like a lot of the kids are being raised now thinking the referees are going to protect them from those kind of hits.
Yes.
Right? The rules are going to protect them. We were taught when we played, keep your head up, right?
Yeah.
Well, Jeep in Canada, you can't. There's no hitting until what? You're 12 or 13 or something.
Yeah, I think it's 13 now.
13. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I know. Their logic is that they're preventing injuries for younger kids. But if I know what you're saying, Mel, then these kids now start to hit, all of a sudden they don't know how to hit or how to get hit.
Well, I think the difference is like when I think I was 13 when I started playing for the senior hockey team in Saskatchewan where I grew up, good soil. But I learned a lot of lessons when I was that age, 13 years old. You know what they were? Always hang on to your beer because if you put it down, somebody else will drink it because there wasn't that many in the room. And when you bring cigarettes, always have like only 2 or 3 in the pack because if you have a whole pack, they'll smoke them up on you.
Valuable life lessons right there.
Yeah.
What was the third one?
Don't get caught smoking or drinking by your dad.
What was I thinking? Oh, did you guys see the goal? So Zegras does the lacrosse thing, then flips it to Milano, and he knocks it in. What'd you think of that, Mel? You'd love that, wouldn't you? When you run somebody when we played, if somebody did that,
That's pretty talented, man. Like that.
Yeah.
Wasn't that kid on the Canadian junior team?
US
US
junior team. He
Yeah.
was the best player in the world junior
Yeah.
last year.
No, that is outstanding, Hawk, right there.
It was amazing. It was pretty amazing.
I think that just shows where the talent, how far skill level's gone.
yeah, totally.
I mean, obviously, can you believe how soft his hands were?
Yeah.
Even how lightly he threw it over the net.
Yeah. That was pretty cool.
And to bat it out of the air, like both of them. It could only happen to Buffalo, the way things have been going to Buffalo lately. But
could you imagine could you imagine the guy behind the net 30, 40 years ago with the puck? Not like now you can't swing your stick at anybody, and all that stuff. So you can do that. You can do all that stuff. I think it's great. It's great for the game.
Yeah.
But it's a whole lot of difference when you can't get slashed.
Right. So that goal seems legal. No, it was legal because nobody's stick touched the puck above the crossbar. So it was all legal. Yeah.
But that's another thing we were taught too as defensemen. Always try and force the forward to his backhand.
Yeah.
So, but here's up in Canada. I just wanted to bring this up because up in Canada, really, there's only two teams out east, Montreal and Toronto. It's all TSN and everybody talks about. Right. But and we're talking about skill now. And the Rangers played against the best player in the world in McDavid. And he's had 2 or 3, 4, 10 highlight goals, but one of them was against the Rangers. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because it was a 1-on-4. And I'm just thinking that the 3, 4 of us, if McDavid's coming down 1-on-4 of us, he would have had a broken arm. Nobody touched him. Yeah. It's a goal. How can you not touch it? What are those guys doing?
Well, but they can't now, though. Mel, I agree with you 100%. But
I don't give a shit. Frickin' chop him if it's going to cost you a goal. Like, how can you not? He never got touched.
Well, if he goes around you, he's going to score. So you might as well try to kill the penalty off.
May as well chop him. If I didn't chop him, you would have for sure.
Yeah, we would have. Yes, no question. I agree 100%. We definitely.
Everybody wears those short gloves, so you get them right on the arm.
Yeah, that's the amazing thing to me, right? Those gloves they wear now. Oh
yeah. Man. They look like they're like half the size of the ones we wore.
Yeah. It's like the ones Mel uses to put his perfume on. Are you wearing this stuff today, Cuba?
Oh, hold on. No, I'm not. But here's another reason. So last week I was upset. I couldn't get on the damn computer to get on the damn show. But also, I found out, and James can identify because I found out that Play, which is my favorite cologne, is discontinued.
Oh my God!
Discontinued.
Oh.
So I've got like 2 or 3 more sprays. So anybody out there that can get a hold of Play by Givenchy, let me know and I'll send you the proceeds.
Even a used bottle, half empty.
Even a used bottle, half empty. As long as you can prove it's the same shit.
Yeah. Did that happen yesterday?
Well, it happened last week before the show.
I thought it meant like 4 major things would have happened yesterday then.
So some people think that you're the only one that buys that because it doesn't smell very good, but
no, it smells great.
Right.
Like John Lennon that was shot, December 8th. You know that, right?
Yeah.
And then
here we go. Here's Mr. Suckup right here. Mr. Suckup. Who do you think we're going to put on the screen?
DeVito? Is DeVito?
Ira.
Oh, God.
Charge it to crime.
Capital I. Jeez. Friend.
Yeah.
Friend.
And that Neil Lundqvist scored a goal yesterday, his first goal, too.
Lundqvist? Nice.
Is that his name? Lundqvist?
Yes.
How old is he?
22, something like that.
Okay. Is he just up from Hartford?
No, he's been with the team for the year, but he's been a healthy scratch a few times.
Oh, okay.
He's a good little player. He's poor man's Fox, right? So.
Hey, Ron, just a question. Has the maid been in with all those towels in the background there?
That's a blanket.
Oh.
How's the juicer going, Gresh?
Oh, it's good. It works unbelievable.
Really?
Oh,
juicing up those potatoes?
I've never knew that. You paid $250 for a juicer. They work. The ones for $80 don't work very long.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and I got it at Best Buy.
Did you really get? You didn't get a juicer.
Best Buy has them.
Best Buy doesn't have juicers.
They do so. What are you talking about?
I'm gonna look that up.
The one on look at the one in Scarsdale on off that what's the road over there? I can't remember what it's called now.
Scarsdale Avenue.
Yeah, where you live there, Tom, on that road.
Yeah,
You and Kotze live there.
yeah, that was a great time.
Yeah,
The good old days, right there.
yeah. They have coffee makers.
Some parties at that place, eh?
Oh,
Hey, Tom.
Yeah, we used to tell all the girls that a Dugay was coming up to the party at our place. So about 20 girls would show up. He didn't. So
that's a good line, though. That's a
he
good
used,
like
he used to get a kick out of it. Yeah, we would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Best Buy juicers. Hold on. We'll get to the bottom of this. Best Buy juicers. Mel, what's going on in the news? Like, you do any homework this?
I got lots of notes, Tom.
Do you? Nice. Let's give it to us. Come on, let's go.
Well, the best part is that Alan Vignot got fired. They lost in Philly. They've lost 11 in a row. That looks good on them.
Right.
Who's in charge?
Hey,
there now?
why were you happy with it? He got fired though. Is it just Philly, or
Yeah.
him?
One
Okay,
of the
just-
he's like recycling coaches again. Like again, he was he not here in Vancouver when they had a great run for 7-8 years?
Yeah.
He was, and I guess I get pissed off at coaches that think they're smarter than they are. Anson Carter's on the Sedin line, scores 38 goals one year. The next year he's out of hockey. Like, why wouldn't you play him again with that's Vignault? Like these guys they're not. They think they're smart. They're not smart.
Well, he did take the Canucks to the finals, and then the Rangers went to the final. Like, he has had success.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see though? Did you see where the Flyers?
Katya uses a juicer. Just hard to juice a ham. Oh, jeez. What is that's? I should have put that up there. Let me get that down. Let me get that down off there. Oh, I
Did you
can't
see
find
where
it.
the Flyers were
Gosh,
honoring
what was that?
the military?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And the dog walked onto the ice and took a big dump right on the Philadelphia crest.
I saw.
Listen to me, that's the best that thing ever smelt in its world.
Hey, Ron, I apologize. I'm on the Best Buy site here looking at juicers right now. So you're correct. You're correct.
One on there for $249.
And which one is that? The one you got, Gresh?
Yeah, want me to go get it so I can show it to you guys? Or
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
that's okay. I believe you.
I can't carry it. It's too heavy for me to carry.
You didn't buy a juicer yet. There's no way. I'm not buying it.
How about a juicer?
Okay, I want you after the show, you take a picture and send it to me, okay? Or I'll come over. It's a long walk.
Walk over the cologne.
No, I don't want it. I want it mailed to my. I don't want that secondhand shit.
There you go.
I like it, Tommy.
Yeah.
It's not secondhand. I went to the mall, went against the arrows like everybody else, and went and bought the colognes for you guys. Jesus.
At Best Buy?
Did any fights at the mall, Mel?
No.
Against the arrow. I want to go to the mall. I'm coming to Vancouver just to go to the mall with you. So.
How's the parking at the mall? Well, you must love the Christmas parking, right? Oh,
That Black Friday, or what do you call that? Was it Black Friday, which lasts for 2 weeks?
Sucker Friday, yeah.
You think when it snows up here on the mountain, like, it's ridiculous. You got these people in their BMWs and summer tires trying to go down the hill. Oh my God. Parking, there's no parking. Zero.
Listen to me. I hope Vancouver goes another 50 years without winning the Stanley Cup.
Why is that?
Well, they had a chance to draft. I played right in the backyard there.
Right.
And they had a chance to draft me, and they never drafted me. They drafted Ron Stettelbauer instead of me.
So that's why you don't want them to win?
Yeah.
Might be time to let it go. 50 years.
Gresh, you played junior against Settlebauer?
I don't remember. I think I did. I don't remember. I only remember a couple guys I played against. I remember Ronnie Chipperfield. He played for Brandon. I remember I played against Blaine Stoughton. He played for Flin Flon. And then I played against the best player I thought was Dennis Sobchuk, played in Regina. And then of course there was the Jethro guy that from Moose Jaw, Clarkie.
Clark Gillies?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dale McCourt.
Dale
I don't
McCourt.
think he was
Oh,
around.
he
but
was in the Ontario League.
I don't remember him.
That's your sister.
Oh, Palm Springs.
Plam. She spelled it wrong. Plam.
She spelled it wrong. Linda, you spelled it wrong.
Oh God.
Anyway, ever since she left to go to Palm
I
Springs,
know. Archie, we need her back.
Yeah.
James, who else was in North Dakota when you played there? Any other players playing in the NHL?
Yeah, we had Troy Murray, Phil Sykes, Dave Tippett, Kerry Eads was our captain. Him and Phil Sykes, Craig Ludwig, Rick Zombo, John Casey, and Darren Jensen were the goalies.
Holy
Wow.
damn.
Gord Shervin played in Edmonton's system. Probably played 300, 400 NHL games. Dan Brennan, Dean Decision, guys who played in the minors.
Right.
We had I probably about 6, 7 NHL guys who played for quite a while.
Did you win the championship?
We did. My first year, we beat Wisconsin in the final game.
Nice. Phil Sykes, I played with him in LA. He was quite the guy. Phil
Great
Sykes.
guy.
Didn't you win it 1 year?
What's that?
Tom won. Didn't you win 1 year, Tom?
No, we went my senior year. I went to the final game, lost to North Dakota.
Yeah.
They were ranked number 1 in the country the first half of the year. We were ranked number 1 the second half of the year. We played in the finals and lost.
Yeah.
Huh. Did you shoot the puck in your own net or anything?
No, not that game.
No.
No.
You wanted to wait till you got
Yeah, I waited till
Until
the
he
big
got
time.
to the NHL. He was
Yeah.
saying
Save that. No, I did smart stuff like break a stick over my head in college. Yeah,
I know that was
Yeah.
good too.
I was really proud of that.
You can still see the marks.
So you see it better. You see it better now.
So Jeep, you were drafted out of North Dakota. Did any
no,
scouts?
out of Prince Albert. I played junior a year in Prince Albert. That's where I was drafted from.
Oh yeah. Did any teams talk to you prior to draft or anything like they do now? Or
One team, Washington Capitals, and it was David McNabb, who's been around the league for a long time, phoned me and talked to me. I didn't even know it was my draft year till Christmas. They dropped the age.
Oh,
I mean, it was so different back then compared to the spotlight on kids. I never went to the draft, but I had school that day, so I had a spare the first class, and that's when I got a phone call saying I was drafted and talked to Craig Patrick. And
what were you doing, Mel, when you were drafted? Where were you?
Hold on a second, Jeep. So the principal or somebody calls you into the office and here, take this call.
no, I had a spare. I stayed at my billets. I stayed at the house for the first. I didn't have to show up till the second class, and so.
Got to admit, that's pretty
That
good.
is pretty good.
Right. I really did.
That is classic.
Okay.
Okay, 1-0 Ira today.
Oh.
That's pretty good.
Iris tried
Ira
to have a good one for months. He's finally had a good one there. That's good.
Yeah, Larry, how did you find out? Or
I was in Winnipeg. I don't know. I came home and I think they had called my mom and dad, and I don't know if it was Sinden or who it was, but then they called back. Pardon?
What were you doing in Winnipeg?
I was living in Winnipeg. I was born in Saskatchewan. Shit. Anyways, so I called back and then whatever. I have no idea what I was doing.
I was cleaning the shit out of the horse stalls at a horse breeding farm.
Maggie's farm.
when you got drafted, Tom?
Yeah, they got drafted. Yeah, they called my father at our farm and told him they'd been drafted. He called me at the other farm and he called me up and I said, "You've been drafted." And I said, "What do I do now?" He says, "Get back out there and finish cleaning the shit out of the stall." So that was my draft day. They didn't call me for months too. I finally had to call them like, "Am I supposed to do something?" Or they actually got pretty mad at me. They were like, "Get back up to school and go keep playing hockey." So that was it.
Who'd you talk to?
Ron Greshner, I called you.
I remember that.
No, I don't know who I talked to. I think it was
Who was the general manager when you got drafted?
that was Freddie Shiro and all those guys.
Mike Nickluck,
Yeah.
Freddie Shiro.
It might have been Nickluck I spoke to.
Keating. Could have been Keating.
Might have been, yeah.
Yeah.
Remember Ray Clearwater was one of the guys, Mel. Remember we discussed this and drafted me. Scouted me.
Long time scout, right?
Yeah.
He got fired after that, though, right?
Freddie Sure got fired after putting me on the power play. He got fired. So. Oh, God.
So
Team too many pucks.
Yeah. Oh God. Joe Bucchino. Here's a name for the past. Joe Bucchino. He was the GM. He eventually became the GM for a short period of time, right? Was that after?
After Phil got fired. Joe,
Oh, that's right. Yes. Yeah.
Joe
Yeah.
Duo.
Yeah.
Joe Duo.
he was a good guy, Joe.
Yeah, Joe. He was like. Do you guys know where he is now, or?
He's working at a rink down New Jersey.
Yeah,
Actually running the rink in New Jersey. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was.
Yes.
I mean, Gresh, you saw him. You knew him the best, but I thought he was a real good guy. Like,
He was.
Wasn't he started off as kind of Phil Stick Boy or something, or driver?
He was from Boston, Joe was. He started out when Phil came in 75. 75 he got traded here. And Joe came in. Joe was his worked like he was his driver. I go, God, man, the guy is a driver.
You've had a driver
You
before.
want to drive yourself?
You had a driver before. Rocky was your driver.
Rocky was a good driver, though.
Yeah.
He's the only guy I knew that could drive better drunk than sober.
No kidding. God. Didn't he have the little Volkswagen?
We drove when we were drinking, but
He had that little Volkswagen, right? Little black Volkswagen. Go around.
that little rabbit.
100 miles an hour around the corners and everything. He's like,
One time we're going into the city and it's we're on 85th Street, heading across town.
so okay, hold on. You can't remember the guys you played against, but you remember it was 85th Street exactly.
Yeah, I remember because we were driving. It was icy, and Rocky goes to me. He goes, "This is one of the best cars. It stops like it'll stop on a dime." And we're going up to 85th Street and 2nd Avenue. On the ice, slides right into the back of another car, and you can see the people looking at him in the mirror. The guy looking like this, and Rocky's trying to stop. So the car kind of hits and everything else. There was a quarter laying on the dash. So I flip him the quarter. I go, Rock, maybe you should, instead of the dime, you should use the quarter. He started laughing. The guy gets out of the car. Rocky gets out of the car. And I'm waiting for Rocky to say, why'd you back into me? That would be one of Rocky's lines, right? And there was no damage to the car. That little rabbit, though.
Yeah. Mel, did you ever get any car accidents?
I was going to Daisy Buchanan's one night. I hadn't had no cocktails.
Right.
Drove, got into a 5-car pileup on a freeway. I was the 4th car. Guy obviously hit me from behind. I hit the guy in front. Nobody was hurt. Luckily I was only doing about 55 miles an hour. The speed limit was 50. Totaled my car. Flipped over, went over the freeway, made a phone call to the people I was supposed to meet at Daisy's to tell them I'm okay and I'll be there as soon as the cab comes. So,
Nice. Very thoughtful of you. Very thoughtful.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
How did the car, you hit the guy from behind hit you and you hit the car in front of you?
second car hits the first car. I guess somebody's brakes jammed somehow. Second car hits. Third car hits. I'm the fourth car. I run into the third car. Fifth car behind me smashes into me. All I had was a bruise on my leg, and that was it.
Were you spraying cologne at the time?
The car that caused the accident, where the brakes all jammed up and everything. No, my father would say it must have been a Ford.
No, I don't know. I was driving a Pontiac, two-tone, gray, and there's two L's, Tony.
That is.
Gotta go to some serious schooling.
It's a wonder I even come on this show. Like I get freaking reamed every. So there's a picture. Hey, Jeep, I don't know if you're on Facebook and you see. There's a picture of me carrying the Stanley Cup, and they put a freaking wig on me, like make me look like a girl. Like, why do I even try?
Hey,
people know how strong you are, Larry. That's why they do that.
Mel, you're carrying the Stanley Cup. I think you have the last laugh. So
that's true. So a couple of questions for you, Ron. I forgot the second one, but if Dan Chartle wants to know, like I wore Tackaberries, CCM tacks from the time I was 15, and I still wear CCMs now.
Oh, he must have money.
You wore, and I would never wear Langs because I thought they look a little fruity, but you wore them, so explain.
I wore them. Why did I wear them?
They were comfortable.
Yeah, I tried them one day, and you could take a shot off of them; they wouldn't hurt your feet. It didn't slow me down any. Matter of fact, I think I got faster
Yeah, you were.
because those things were like tilted a little bit. I was always going downhill.
Right.
You know,
Well, it's more what did Jeep wear? That's because he was a little faster than all three of us put together.
What'd
I
you
wore
wear?
Bauer.
Bauer?
I wore Bauer all leather. I remember they had like Bauer 1000s, I think, but they
Bauer's-
had nylon on the sides, but I had it all leather. The leather was lighter.
Supremes.
It's like
Gee,
Bauer.
how many times a game you think you tighten your skates?
Every second shift. But it would take me 10 seconds and I'd be ready to go.
Oh,
Who was it? Was it Herbie or Ted Sater didn't like it?
Ted Sater didn't like it.
Ted Sater.
he didn't like it because you were tightening your skates.
Yeah, he gave him a hard. Didn't he tell you to stop doing it or something?
Yeah, I had a meeting about it, I remember.
So he called you in specifically to talk about tying your skates?
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, how the hell would he even know?
Oh, God. So what did he say to you?
Well, he thought it was in my head.
Oh.
And I liked my skates tight at the bottom, a little looser in the middle, then tight at the top. But I hated if I put tape around my ankle would be locked in, and I wanted a little bit of movement.
Right.
And so I felt like from the way I skated, they would get a little loose at the top, and then I would tighten them every second or so shift.
And so you guys had a discussion. Did you have to explain to him why?
Yeah, I explained. I said, well, what do I do if my laces come loose? Like it's not in my head that my laces have come unloose.
Sure.
I need, for me to skate the way I skate, I want to tighten. My skate feels better when it's tighter.
And why would it matter to him anyways?
He said, put tape around your ankle. I said, yeah, but then when I put tape around my ankle, it feels like a cast. I don't have any movement. So
I did. That's the first time I ever heard this. I would have told him to shut. Like, what?
Why? Yeah. Why would he even? I don't know why it would matter to him. Right? You weren't missing it.
Taking away our entertainment, for Christ's sake.
down at the defenseman's end.
Yeah. You know, like
Well,
that's.
Mel, do you have any little traditions you did, Mel? Other than like punch people in the head?
Not really, no. But just put my left shin pad on first and my right skate on first, but nothing serious. No.
Left shin pad first, and then your right skate. Oh, did you put your right shin pad on too before that, or?
Yeah.
you know when Ted and Reg and Jack became the coaches, they were pretty authoritative at first.
Yeah.
You know, like they laid the law down. This is how it's going to be, that's fine. And a lot of new coaches do that. But I know it was like in the first like month or 6 weeks, that's when he called me in. And maybe every player feels this, or that's the way I was. I didn't think he liked me at first, and I didn't play as much the first like 6 weeks, 2 months. And then as the year went on with him, I ended up playing more, but I mean, he hated you more than me, Gresh, because you never even played the first 3 or 4 games. But
I missed the first couple. I can't remember. It was 2 or 3.
and then he couldn't live without you at the end. Like
I know.
Oh, I know that Jack Burks wanted to have your baby, for God's sakes. Oh, God. I thought he was going to kiss you at the back of the bus there.
I remember in the bus in Montreal.
Oh, yeah, that's what I thought he was going to give you a big hug and a kiss.
Oh my God. Oh, Ron.
I remember what I was going to ask you, Ron. How was the autograph session up at the Winnipeg Ice game, and how'd you do at the casino?
I didn't do any autograph thing. I just go there and watch the games because I have a pass to get into the building now. It took me 3 years to get it, but I got it.
From our friend Matt Cockle?
I got it from Matt, and I got it from my nephew gave it to me. I can go down. I can go down and visit James if I want to go downstairs.
He can come right in the dressing room. He can go anywhere. He's got an all access pass.
I get all access pass.
What are your other favorite names in the sports world, the sporting world? Any other good names you like? How about that Greg Cox? Remember him? Remember that player?
No, it was Craig Cox. I played with Cox.
Greg Cox.
California kid. Nuttier than some of the best fights I've ever seen. Him and Probert, and he fought everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know. Things just come into my head, Tom, and I just kind of blurt them out,
Yeah.
It is very obvious that certain things just come in your head. Strange things.
Did you get through all your homework?
No, not even close. I got pages and pages.
How about Hawk and Lube?
Yeah, that's
like an oil change, isn't it? It's like an oil change.
How about do you guys remember Terry Yake? I played Hartford. Terry Yake. He scored. We were on the road. I played with him in Hartford, and the announcer said Terry Yaki. Goal scored by number 16, Terry Yaki. Terry Yaki.
Oh, that's good. That's excellent. Oh man, that'll stick for a while. Let's stick with him then. Did you call him Terry Yaki?
What about that guy, Michael? Michael.
Don't.
Don't go there.
No, the other one, like when you go out with the gun.
Yeah, Michael.
No, we can't do that. No.
Okay, we can't go there.
It's a good one. We can do it maybe like off air, but you can't.
Family show, Gresh.
Family show.
Well, no, I'm
very funny, but a couple of Cockle was pretty good.
I was thinking of George Michaels. That's what it was. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
So Tom, some of the people, like I have to, I talk to people on the side, and so there's some people, women that are really concerned. Like they haven't seen you work out. There's been no workout videos. Somebody saw you eating a ton of mac and cheese. They said, is he letting himself go? Is he that upset that him and Jillian have not had a podcast? So what's happened?
I think you're manufacturing that stuff again, Mel. Like things just come, like you said, things just come into your head and you say things. There's no
where is he?
Tommy, you're still working out?
Yes, James, every day. Every day.
5?
Yeah, every day.
5:30?
In the gym at 4:30.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Nice try by Mel, but it's just not accurate. Yeah.
Okay, but qu'est-ce que c'est?
Qu'est-ce que c'est what? Je ne sais pas.
Is Jillian flooded out?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, she's got a boyfriend now.
Yeah, she's a boyfriend.
Well, the people are concerned. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I really do. Yeah. Does Tom go to sleep when all the vodka is drank?
That's a good question.
It is. 10, 10:30, 11 o'clock around there. Depends what's going on.
Yeah.
We're ready to get done crying about Jillian.
Get off the phone with her.
Yeah, well, can't talk to her now. God, it's awful.
What is she doing now?
I don't know, Ron. These things, that's just, I don't know.
She's still living. Is she living on some island or something?
Once again, Ron, I don't know.
Her and Ginger.
She's in Abbotsford.
Well, and then how's Rochelle doing?
Who?
Rochelle. Who?
Come on.
Good. I'm taking her for a romantic couple of days down to casino, Ron, called Silver Reef, right across the line, about 45 minutes down Bellingham, Washington.
Bellingham, yeah. I'm going to
go
Silver
down
Reef
on Sunday. It's called Silver Reef Casino.
I haven't been to that casino, but I've been to Bellingham.
Yeah.
In what movie was Silver Reef used as a place where a horse was dropped off?
Secretariat.
Robert Redford.
Secretariat.
Electric Cowboy.
Yes. Nice. Good call by you.
I just saw that like 2 or 3 months ago on cable one night.
Great movie. I like that movie a lot. Yeah. So Robert Redford was what was his name? I can't remember the movie, but he was a cowboy,
his name is Robert.
What's that?
His name is Robert Redford.
It is so. That's correct. He also has another
alias.
Yeah, in the movie he plays a character with a different name than Robert Redford. I guess it would get confusing because if we called Robert Redford in every movie, it'd be
No, it wouldn't be very good. That way they would know who he is.
Yeah.
But do you think you like Clint Eastwood?
yeah, he's good. Yeah, I was more of a John Wayne fan, but
I was watching one of his movies the other night. It was Gran Torino. Gran Torino.
oh, good movie.
Oh,
Nice.
like that whole. I never saw it before, but at the end when he goes to
Yeah,
the thing, and they start blasting away on him.
yeah, that was a good movie. I like that movie a lot.
Yeah.
He was in. Did you ever see the one Mule he did recently?
Yeah, I like that.
Oh man, that was a
I have
tearjerker.
that one on my my iPad. I bought it.
Yeah.
I watched it about.
And that was based on a true story too, wasn't it? I think
Yeah.
it was. Yeah.
Was
And
it?
that was a tearjerker too. Oof, man. I mean, if Mel wouldn't cry probably, but do you cry at movies, Mel?
I'm sensitive, Tom.
Yes, you are. You are a sensitive human being. Yeah.
Okay, skill testing.
Okay,
Who-
let's go.
Who was the last goalie to wear a mask?
What?
The first goalie to wear a mask?
Well, last goal.
The last goalie to wear a mask.
Actual mask. instead of
They wear masks now, don't they?
Who did? Who?
They wear cages now.
No, they've got masks, don't they? Come on.
I mean, with just the old mask, like with no cage.
The old. I mean, there's the ones that were on there.
Who was the last goalie that didn't have a mask?
Glenn Healy.
Let me rephrase that. Who did not wear a mask.
It was the goalie that did not wear a
Gump
mask.
Worsley.
And he was the last one who did not wear a mask.
Gump Worsley.
No.
Oh, jeez. Yeah,
Wait.
that's all I could think of is Gump from back then.
Played for Detroit, Pittsburgh, and Indianapolis in the WHA.
Jimmy Rutherford?
Nope.
Al Smith.
Nope.
Crozier.
No.
I give up.
The guy
Maniego. Cesar
Andy-
Maniego.
No, he was in Minnesota. Andy Brown.
Andy Brown.
I would have never gotten that.
April 7th, 1974. That was Gresh's 13th year.
1974.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember scoring my first goal.
That year?
My first. Well, yesterday was when I scored my first goal. Only 1974. And
The other
everybody
thing that happened December 8th.
everybody thought Dryden was that good. Dryden sucked.
You scored on. Right, Gresh. You showed him. You ruined his career.
Yeah. Yeah, I ended his career in 1979.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or he ended our career. One of the two.
Is he still on the beating the drum about having no hitting in hockey? Wasn't he in Link? What did he say about that?
Yeah. No hitting in hockey?
Yeah.
Wow. How would they play the game like that?
I do not know, Ron.
Like what do you do? Like just have lanes, guys go up and down the lanes and then they don't touch each other? Or?
Now I'm coaching a girls' high school hockey team which has no hitting, so
But they battle. Hey, they have incidental contact
yeah,
and
exactly. That's what they call it. Yeah. So,
body position. And
yeah, there's still they bump into each other. Yeah.
how's that going? Have you had some practices?
Yeah, we got going. We're 1-0 for the season. Yeah, we've already had our little training camp, and
Awesome.
yes,
Who'd you beat?
teaching them how to bang the puck off the glass.
Keep it simple, hey?
Yeah, trying to get out of our own zone, bang off the glass.
Wow.
We played. Can't remember the team we played. We'll be a big game coming up this weekend. We play New Canaan, a very good team. We had a
Where at?
Up in Darien. New Canaan's home rink is in Darien. Those two different cities, but I don't know.
New Canaan is in Derry. Okay.
Yeah.
When are you playing in the neighborhood again?
We have a game Saturday afternoon. I think Ron. I think here at 3:45, right here at Dorothy Hamill, right close to where we live.
Oh, this Saturday?
This Saturday, yeah, it's right after Friday. Yep,
No, it should be. No, okay, it's before Sunday.
it's right before Sunday. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Do you wear a suit on the bench?
How much does it cost to
No.
get in?
Just you wear gear casual, eh?
I'll get you a pass, Gresh. Yeah, no, we wear the tracksuit. Yeah, like the
Oh, tracksuit. I like.
Oh, you look like Jean-Guy Talbot.
Cards hockey.
Oh boy.
They're the Cardinals or just
Greenwich
what's
Cardinals. Yes.
French
No, I
garden.
don't wear that hat. It's a little
Any
bit.
chance you get that thing, put it in water or something so it gets a little bit bigger.
Oh, I got my Winnipeg Ice hat. Gresh
Yeah.
got me. Thank you very much, Gresh, for getting me this hat. Gresh got me this when he came back from Winnipeg.
Hey, awesome.
Yeah, I didn't know how much it was until after I looked at it. I never would have got it for you.
So obviously, you guys know what a Gordie Howe hat trick is, right?
Yeah.
Goal assist. So how many Gordie Howe hat tricks did Gordie Howe actually have?
2.
Nice call, James. Nice.
I heard that this week because Trouba had 2 back-to-back.
Right.
And
Who had the most?
It was Brendan Shanahan, or I think it was Brendan Shanahan. Like had been the teens. Like
No,
who was it?
Rick Tocchet.
You sure?
Yep.
Tocchet. It is.
he'd be a good choice.
Yep.
Well, he had the most. They had it on that TNT, whatever they got. They got the hockey on that.
Oh yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Tocchet. Yeah.
I never thought I'd ever say NBC did a good job.
You're not liking the TNT?
I like it, but they're. I want to hear about the hockey. I don't the stuff that goes on outside. I don't care about that crap.
Yeah.
They're
after a different demographic, Ron.
Once in a while, it's fun, but it's like, I haven't seen Gretzky back on there. He just did the one time, huh?
Here's the research. Barry Shelley, Tocchet did correct. Shanahan right behind him. So, oof, man.
I thought Rick Tocchet had 22, but that's okay.
Wilfie Paymont.
Yeah.
There was a
Cam Neely. It's amazing. There's been a lot of talk. I know. I listen to satellite radio, the NHL channel, and then just these last few days on who would be your choice, who would have the most Gordie Howe hat tricks. Cam Neely was the hardest guy, physical player, power forward for me to play against.
Yeah. Yep.
I just remember in that Boston arena when it was how small it was.
Yeah.
Like that guy could score or he could run you through the end wall. Like you couldn't hide.
Yeah.
And he was coming.
Yeah.
And he was big and could skate. So
who was he? What in the movie? What was his character in the movie?
he was in Dumb and Dumber. He was what's his name? Seabass.
Seabass. That's right. Seabass.
He's unreal in it. So
Seabass. No, you played with them, right?
No.
Didn't that trade was after you were gone?
Yeah.
Imagine Vancouver trading him. But they got a decent player. Who'd they get back for him?
Peterson, but then they drafted Wesley too. So there was like 2 first rounders for Peterson.
Oh.
Barry
Peterson, yeah.
But Peterson and Middleton worked well together. So I don't know what the hell Vancouver was thinking of that, but that was one of the worst trades in history.
Yeah. Oh, so Mel, you got all your homework in? Everything's done?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Seems like I'm getting a little tired here. Like
I got my swag. I'm happy. Ronnie made me happy for Christmas.
Right. So what? In all seriousness, why did you send the stuff back to Ron that Jackie had sent with you autographing some cards? What was that all about?
Well, it's like this, Tom. First of all, it wasn't signed by Ron, and it's no disrespect to Ron. It's I think it's something that, and after you did, why did you post it? First of all,
I thought that's what you wanted me to do. That's why you sent it to me. Why not send it right to Ron then?
Why? Because I don't have his address. He never ever gave me his address.
Oh.
Okay.
So, and the whole thought process was Ranger fans would love to have that stuff. And I was thinking of the people.
Oh, I see.
I got some questions for you guys.
Go ahead, Ron. Let's fire away. Come on, let's go. Get it.
So anyways, give Ron the frickin' cards and the cologne today, please.
What about poor Jackie?
Walk it over. Tommy, just walk it over. Come on.
No, I don't want it. It's too late. Too late.
What about poor Jackie? Poor Jackie's devastated. Like she feels like, why is Ron picking on her?
Jackie is not upset about one thing.
Okay, do you guys like the band? Foreigner?
No.
They're all
Well, I
right.
used to 30, 40 years ago.
Oh, I mean, did you like them? You remember
I did.
they did a song called Double Vision. You know that song?
Vision. It was about?
Like why, how they wrote it, how they came up with it?
They were stoned.
Were you out with them? Were you out with them the night?
I was there, yeah.
What bar
That
were you at?
night.
I don't
What
remember.
street?
Yeah, what street? What was the bartender's name?
The bartender, Joni.
Was it at Fleming's or
No,
Cronies?
it was
Cronies.
downtown. We went downtown. But anyway, it was they wrote John Davidson took a slap shot in the head. And then they wrote the song Double Vision on that.
Double Vision. I remember that song. Huh.
What about you guys? What about you guys like the Eagles, right?
Oh yeah.
They wrote a song. They wrote a song, "New Kid in Town," back in the 70s. You know that who they wrote it about?
Laidlaw.
This is how I ended up meeting the Eagles back in the middle 70s when I first came to New York.
You or Dukes?
No, I met Duke. I don't think Dukes wasn't around yet.
That's a decent joke. That's decent, isn't it?
Okay.
Bill me later.
Who is it written about though, Grash?
It was written about a guy that was drafted by the Rangers, played in Flin Flon. Gene Carr.
Gene Carr.
They wrote the song "New Kid in Town." About
Did
him.
he play in L.A.?
He got traded from New York to L.A. Yeah.
That seemed to happen a lot.
That's right.
Well, you know, they sent a lot of good guys to L.A.
There's no songs written about Mel, is there?
Well, I was hoping maybe they write one about you, Tom.
That's true.
Is Foreigner Canadian or U.S.?
They're from they're half U.S., half English.
Yeah.
Oh.
But they're like New York because
New York based.
remember Lou, the lead singer, used to hang out in our
Yeah.
army.
Lou Graham.
Lou Graham, yeah.
Yeah, I know Lou and his cousin very well. I met them through a young lady that worked for them back in the 70s. I can't mention her name because she's kind of famous now and married.
Why can't you mention her name?
Well, if you knew her before she was married, I think it'd be okay, Gresh.
No, I don't want to do that
Was she dead?
because Tom will never let it go.
Ron,
Hey,
I don't hang on things like that.
No, not for a long time.
just text it to me after
30
the show.
years, maybe. You know,
It was
I'm not-
Chloe. It was Chloe. Chloe.
No, it wasn't Chloe.
Wasn't Chloe. Oh.
No, Chloe's stepfather was Johnny Carson's lawyer.
Chloe's stepfather is Johnny Carson's son. Wow.
Yeah.
My neighbor's brother is nobody whatsoever.
How are your neighbors, Tom? Everybody getting along? The
Well,
dogs?
it's colder. It's colder now, so the dogs aren't outside all the time.
This hockey team that you're an assistant coach?
I'm the assistant coach.
Can you imagine that, Mel?
No, I'm just going to say third or fourth assistant coach.
Second, there's only 2 coaches.
And how many teams are in this league, and is it all just New York's proper?
Connecticut. We're in
Connecticut
Connecticut.
only. How many teams?
Fairfield County. Yeah. I don't know how many. You know, it's a great question, Mal. I'll have to find that out.
I think there's 7 teams.
You're a coach of a team. You don't know how many teams there are.
I just concentrate on the first shift, first period, whole game, one at a time. Right, James?
Yeah,
That's all we can control.
one shift at a time. Yeah. How would you guys have pregame talks and the whole bit?
Yep. I'm allowed to speak once in a while. We have a female head coach. We confer. Sometimes she takes my advice. Sometimes she doesn't. She's a hard ass. She's good. Yeah.
Yes, good.
Her name Jillian. Is her name Jillian too?
No, her name is not. Sorry about that. I don't know if I could do that. I couldn't handle that.
Yeah.
Brooke is her name.
Tara? Oh, Brooke. Okay.
Has she been coaching long?
This is her first year as head coach.
First year.
She's
She
a college,
young?
she
Like
was
young?
a college, 28. Yep, she was a college hockey player, coach assistant. So she's good. Ooh, really
Awesome.
good skater. Yeah, it's really incredible skater. Really good.
You how about the drills in practice? Do you remember the old drills we used to do? You got some of those incorporated?
It's amazing. I go back to the Herb Brooks drills all the time. Yeah, like the wheel at center ice there, and you remember the drill we did with the defenseman where the one D would carry it up, the other guy, Herb would have his hands like this, the other D getting behind him, and the 3-4s are weaving into the neutral zone. And then he'd blow the whistle, and then he got to pass it to one of them. Remember that drill?
I don't remember that. No.
Yeah. Herbie loved that one. Remember Herbie used to talk about tying the rope to the defenseman, like this like a 20-foot rope tied to each other. That was kind of how he wanted us to play.
I like that. That's a good analogy for.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you're always like that. That's
Yeah, like he didn't want the puck carrier to be the last man coming out of the zone. Like I find myself now when I'm talking to the team, it's like all those things that he would say, I say no. So yeah, because they got me coaching the defense.
that's
Or
awesome.
you mean like against the Islanders in the playoff game? You don't want to be last man.
Gresh can't let that go. At least you finally played in the game.
Yeah, Gresh, can we forget about that because I've seen that goal and I didn't back check hard enough.
Yeah.
Like I was like a deer in headlights. I was going, take a stride. I've seen it. I go, if I would have taken one stride, I could have taken the puck off the guy.
I thought for sure I made the right play. Puck got me. I figure I'm not going to handle it. I'm just going to get rid of it. Bounce right off his skate, and he goes in on the breakaway.
All the guys though, it has to be Boston.
Oh, totally. Yeah. I remember thinking, oh, jeez.
I mean, you had like him getting the puck was probably an 85% chance he's going to score. Everybody else was 15% chance.
Seriously, I actually think if I was to do it again, I'd do the same thing, though, because he was right on top of me, and I'm just getting rid of it.
Yeah.
But no.
But if I would have been, it would have been like Herb Brooks. When you got it, if I would have went like that, I would have been behind you.
Yeah, but I think it was one of those plays. I think one of the forwards. I think it was Gresh turned it over. Gresh turned it over in the neutral zone. That's what it was.
It was two bang bang.
Yeah, that was a great game though. Gresh's goal was outstanding that game too. Rocked around the big Denny Potvin with the big moon on it.
So I'll ask Tom. I want to ask one question, then I got to go. But you know how after Christmas or whatever we'd have a bag skate, right?
Yep.
What do they call that in women's hockey? I gotta go.
All right. See you, man. Oh God. On that note. All right.
Okay, that's funny, Mel.
Did you just think of that?
Tom. Anyway, say hi to Jill. Oh no, what's her name? Jackie DiPaluzzi. Say hi to her and Jillian and Tara and Lulu and all the others. See you guys.
See you, Mel. See you, everybody. We'll see everybody next week.
See you guys.
Well, we're still on, Gresh, though.